pathetic their attempts to control things really are.
Angry homeowners showed up at the bank with a special deposit. Protesters on the verge of losing their homes took their furniture and frustration to the bank's front door. Rebecca Hall live downtown with their message tonight. Rebecca.
Well, hi there, Micah. That's right. More than 100 people showed up outside of this Chase Bank branch here downtown L.A. this afternoon, trying to bring attention to people across the country who they say are unjustly losing their homes.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the big banks have got to go.
With nowhere else to go, dozens of people facing foreclosure decided they were going to move into the lobby of this downtown L.A. Chase Bank branch. They even brought furnishings.
It's a shame that this holiday season, bankers get bonuses, families get foreclosure.
Items yet to be resolved in Congress, a House vote to extend the Bush-era tax cuts and jobless benefits for millions of Americans. It's a compromise that's ruffled members of both parties.
The president got the best possible compromise that he could. Some of us question whether or not the compromise compromised too much and or whether or not it was wise.
I understand why a two-year extension makes sense politically. I just don't know why it makes sense economically.
In the Senate, perhaps the last chance for the controversial Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy to be repealed before more Republicans join the chamber in January. Also causing contention, the START Treaty, which would ratify the new nuclear arms treaty with Russia. Effectively delaying that debate, Republicans are requiring the entire spending bill, 2,000 pages, to be read out loud on the floor. Senators have limited time to pass the $1.1 trillion spending bill, which will fund the government through September 30th, 2011. But attached to the bill, billions of dollars in earmarks included by members of both parties, even lawmakers who publicly oppose pork barrel projects.
You can't have it both ways. You can all look it up in the dictionary yourself, but I bet if you went to H in the dictionary and found hypocrite, under that would be people who ask for earmarks but vote against them.
Bottom line, lawmakers are far from the finish line. In Washington, I'm Samantha Hayes.
Driving it home with John and Ken.
Time now to drive it home with KFI AM 640's John and Ken. Guys, the California Air Resources Board on the verge of adopting a cap-and-trade program targeting greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah, they're going to go after manufacturing. 600 industrial facilities, a lot of electrical plants and oil refineries, cement manufacturers. They're going to have a limit to how much carbon dioxide they can expel. When they go over the limit, they're going to have to pay money. It's really a tax in order to have the right to expel more carbon dioxide. And that means your electricity rates eventually will go up, and oil and gas prices will go up as well. You're going to pay for all this lunacy.
Yeah, and recognizing that we're in a pretty bad economy, they're going to give out the allowances for free for 3 years for most industries. Those in the oil production industry and cement industries will get the allowances for free for 8 years. But if you go over, you still have to find a way to acquire them from other industry. This is 3,000 pages, this document for the cap-and-trade program, which we should tell you is stalled in Washington, D.C. Again, California is trying to do something that no other state and the country is not doing, and we are a drop in the bucket of worldwide greenhouse gas emissions.
So they're going to have these credits that are sort of bartered on the open market. If you go under your emission allowance, you can sell the credits you acquire.
Yeah, and I wonder how they're going to measure this. Do they actually have a device on these factories or these industries facilities where they can tell exactly how much carbon dioxide they emitted in 1 year, so they can send somebody down there, you know, the carbon police, and cite them for going over their allowances and not buying credits? It's bizarre.
The bottom line is the oil refinery has to pay more money, and the electrical plant has to pay more money. So since this affects all the oil refineries and all the electrical plants, your electricity rates are going to go up, and your oil and gas prices are going to go up. They have to, because none of these entities are going to absorb the extra cost. Either they have to pay more money for the right to send more carbon dioxide in the air, or they have to spend money on expensive technology to limit the amount of carbon dioxide they release to begin with. Either way, they spend more money, you have to pay more, which is, of course, exactly what you need with 22% unemployment during the recession. It's a perfect antidote.
We have a vote expected on that, I believe, tomorrow. So we'll be watching it. We know the outcome already, but more to come on that as well in the days and weeks ahead. John and